Trump say if elected, they'll ease the cost of living pain. But how and which candidate's plan is more credible? Reporting from Pennsylvania, one of the most hotly contested battlegrounds, here's Nine's US correspondent, Jonathan Kersley.
The town of Erie is surely one of the most beautiful places in Pennsylvania. Here, the Great Lake meets Middle America, and it's as peaceful as it is picturesque. Like most in the US, the diner here is central to the community. Inside, food, coffee and comfort is on offer, and so too is the warm generosity of Dawn Van Scoter.
I'm only now starting to feel the effects of the economy in the last maybe year.
Dawn has owned and run the Lawrence Park Diner for 3 years. This is work she loves, with regular customers she considers family. But as inflation skyrocketed over the last few years, the cost of living crisis took hold at work and at home.
So financially, are you better off than you were 4 years ago?
I'm definitely not financially better off than I was 4 years ago. America as a whole is struggling.
Dawn's diner is nowhere near as busy as it used to be, and in order to pay her staff, Dawn has stopped paying herself.
Turn the water on hot, Rough.
As a single mother to teenagers Rowan and Caden, it's meant drastic lifestyle changes.
What are some of the things you've had to change?
I'm very careful about where I drive and how far I'm driving because gas prices are higher. I'm making much different choices at the grocery store than I was, say, a year ago. I am buying more off-brand items. We are choosing to buy less at a time. I am relying on credit cards for me and my family personally. I know that that's a horrific financial decision, but I'm trying to maintain the things that we've always had.
Economically, things are turning around. Many Americans say, though, they're not feeling the benefits just yet. Unemployment is down, interest rates are falling, and Wall Street is at a high. But the historic inflation levels in this country over the course of the last 3 years has left many communities, including this one, reeling. And the reality is, for most people here, that economic change isn't happening fast enough.
She destroyed our economy.
The shift is technically an achievement for the Democrats, but former President Donald Trump has capitalised on the country's economic woes, blaming Joe Biden and Kamala Harris for the pain still being felt in homes and businesses around the United States.
Kamala cast the deciding votes that launched the worst inflation of your lifetime.
He says he will end inflation and make America affordable again. For her part, Kamala Harris has promised to build up the middle class.
We will bring down the cost of housing.
And both candidates have pledged to support voters like Dawn with tax cuts and tax breaks.
No tax on tips.
But only one has cut through.
Who are you voting for?
I have to vote for Donald Trump.
Why?
I have to vote for the candidate who I have seen a positive economic track record from, who I've seen economic growth from. I don't know if Kamala Harris can make anything better, but I do know what Trump's plans are.
Do you think he can make America's economy better?
God, I hope so.
The economy is central to this campaign, but Erie, Pennsylvania is crucial to the presidential race, a bellwether county in a swing state. Whoever wins here is likely to win the White House. But it's not just the cost of living that's impacting voters in this part of the country. Once the engine room of America, Erie is representative of dozens of factory communities in the US where jobs are being lost to automation and cheaper international production.
Manufacturing it was doing well. You've got all these shops, big and small, and the big ones need to support shops. General Electric's out there running, and there's 100 shops in Erie supplying them, keeping them busy. But that was the kind of the backbone.
It's a sad fact, but the manufacturing industry Phil Kerner has dedicated his life to is in sharp decline. Following in the footsteps of his father and grandfather before that, Phil is a tool and die maker. It's precise and proud work, manufacturing the parts that are used to build America.
Up until the late 90s, it was a great job. It was a family-sustaining job. It was a safe job. If you were a good tool maker, you were not getting laid off.
Former President Donald Trump has worked hard for the vote in Erie, talking up his promise of a manufacturing renaissance, a proposal to re-energise towns like this by imposing high tariffs on nearly all imports into America.
We're putting this massive tariff on everything you sell into our country, including all the cars you install.
As far as manufacturing goes, until something changes at the federal level, I think we're setting ourselves up to fail, really, when all our chips are made in Hong Kong.
And is Donald Trump the person to change that then?
I believe that the average business guy that I know is voting for Trump. There's a belief that Trump kind of gets what they go through every day.